Good morning, gamers! Welcome to Xbox Beyond the Box. I'm your host, Dragon Dust. Hey, gamers, we want to say thank you. Thank you for all the love and support. We really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't already, hit the like button. We'd really appreciate that as well. Gamers, I hope y'all are having a wonderful morning. I hope everything's going great for you. And I hope you woke up to either, a close loved one or at least a hot cup of coffee. With that being said, gamers, the topic I'm about to go on next is something that's just driving me nuts. I'd much rather screw a porcupine than to talk about this, but it would be more painful to tell my wife no than to screw a porcupine at this point. So with that being said, my wife basically told me yesterday, you've got to talk about EA. A friend of hers, Old School G, we give a special shout out to you. Give that guy a follow on Twitter. He's awesome. With that being said, my wife talked to him, and the whole topic of EA came up again. The loot crate system. Also on YouTube last night, I was thumbing through channels, looking at stuff. I love to watch YouTube. And I came across a thing that said that 100,000 petitions had been, or 100,000 signatures on a petition had been signed to get Star Wars away from EA. And this is where I'm at. I'm not just going to talk about the loot crate system. I'm going to talk about everything that EA has done to piss off gamers. I mean, they've ruined franchises. Mass Effect was, at the start, a great franchise. BioWare was a great company. And I can remember the day that I heard EA bought BioWare, and all my friends were like, well, Mass Effect is screwed. And they were right. Mass Effect 2 got worse, Mass Effect 3, then we got Mass Effect Andromeda, which to me is a decent game, but it caught so much hell. Add to it that the only thing that seems to thrive is the bullshit year after year Madden series, and even the NBA thing. I don't even think their hockey does all that great anymore. Need for Speed is hit or miss, and we're starting to see a trend with great franchises going downhill. And here's my fear, gamers. I don't know if you all remember it or not. I kind of grew up through the 70s and up. I know I'm old. But back in the day, Atari, when they started out, had a great chance to really make the gaming industry boom. Instead, they overloaded it with crap. And gamers turned against them, and the whole industry imploded upon itself, and it did not recover for quite some time. Now, here we are. We haven't learned from the past. EA's continuing to fuck us on everything. And with that being said, it looks like the 70s have returned. My fear is that the gaming industry is going to implode, and none of us are really going to have anything really great to play. So, gamers, I want to hear from you. Is EA the worst company at this point? I know I've talked about them. I know I don't try to hate on them, but they give you a lot of reasons to get angry. Do you think that Star Wars should be taken away from them? I've done videos on this in the past. And also, do you think that, maybe EA needs to kind of listen more to the gamers? Because right now the fear is that loot crates, whether you like them or hate them, are pretty much here to stay. I don't see it going away. And we're not united enough to make a change. Gamers, if you truly want to make a change as far as the gaming industry, stop buying their new shit. If you take the time, if everybody comes together and takes the time and says, hey, guess what? We are not buying anything new. Basically, you wait for it to be used or it hits the sale. And after the first couple of months of anything new coming out, EA will take a hard hit. Worse than what they did this year, which was $3.1 billion in stocks lost. And they treated it like it was no big deal. So gamers really need to unite and say, hey, we can make it worse. If that's what you want to do. I mean, right now I see people who are okay with it, both on console and PC. And then there's other people who are really going against it. And personally, I just don't know where to stand. Shout out your thoughts in the comments below. This has been Xbox Beyond the Box. I've been your host, Dragon Dust. Happy gaming and stay awesome, y'all.